How's it going? Thank you for the raid, Mecca. Not the mama. Not the mama. Yeah, that TV show, Dinosaurs. I haven't seen that in forever. I barely remember anything about that show other than the baby. And it has a notoriously bad ending or something, doesn't it? Didn't we talk about that a while ago? Didn't you bring that up once, Mecca? Like the last episode of that is really, really depressing. Because doesn't the comet come or something? But yeah, I'm trying to get my arse into gear to go live on time today, and it's not working because I have to work tomorrow, so I've got limited time this evening. But I did want to try and get Dinosaurs for Hire finished. I hope the rest of your stream went well, even though I was in it up until the last second, I think, pretty much. But I kind of closed the stream, and 2 minutes later you were here. So there we go. That boss always reminds me, there's a bit in Story of Thor on the Mega Drive that always kind of reminds me of that bit that you were doing up it like in the mountains with the bridge and running away from a monster. I'm sure there's a couple of games that do that. But yeah. Quantum. How are you? Still playing this Dinosaurs game. I got to the final boss last night and got game over. Not bad though. I think I've made consistent progress with this game. I'm pretty happy with that. Like every night I've done like a couple of levels, maybe. First night I did level 1, didn't I? But then I had to go to bed. I didn't run out of lives. I could have done more. So I think 3 nights is not bad to get good at a game. I'm getting at least 2 dungeons in a day though. Yeah, you're flying through Alundra. Especially now that you're only doing that and not like Metal Gear and what's it. But how is everybody? I'd like to say happy Friday, but I have to work tomorrow. So it's less happy for me. Do you know what as well? Before I start, I'm just going to go get a throat sweet. Have I caught the sniffles? I don't think so. I think it's just this endless hay fever that just keeps like getting in my sinuses and my throat. I mean, the last, like all week I've been sort of like coughing. After Alundra will be a racing game, being overdue for one. Yeah, I feel like the 3D ones maybe aren't so bad though. Maybe. Some of these retro racing games, they're kind of just... The physics are really hard to get used to, aren't they? Yes, 21, how are you doing? You love to Wipeout? I've never actually played Wipeout, you know. Well, maybe I played one of them on the N64. I think a friend had one. But we're going to go with Lorenzo again, the group snob. Chung-Li, video games. X-Mutant. So that is the thing. X-Mutants comic books I was looking up today. Well, yesterday, rather. Malibu published this, and they also... Oh, look who it is. Hey, hey. Sade. X-Mutants is actually by the same publisher. So that would be what that is a reference to. Hawaiian shirt, no polyester. What is Face the Nation? Is it a real TV show? I think I asked this last time, but I don't remember. But we're going to go with him. Doing well. Finished early today, so couldn't raid. Oh, no worries. Can't raid all the time. I don't know what that was. Twitch is still confusing. That was one of my redeems. You did a shy high. Look who it is. It's the mystery bits person. Also known as my friend in Tokyo. Well, somewhere. Podcast interview style show. Slight problem with your Genesis blast processing unit. Psych. Anyways, the real game starts here. Good luck. You'll need it. How are you tonight? I guess you're ready for the weekend. I have to work tomorrow though. And I'm full of kind of itchy hay fever. But I'm hoping that this game won't be too much of a problem. Maybe we can just whiz all the way through. Whoops. Sliding Sloop, hello there, how's it going? Sorry, I'm gonna cough at you. We're going for the win tonight. Not bad, happy Friday. Also, I'd be honoured to be coughed on by... Wow. There you go. Dreams come true on this channel. The question is though, I'm hoping I can literally fly through this game in an hour. Maybe. Maybe. So then what shall I do after that? Because I'm probably going to carry on for another hour. I've still got Flicky to do, but I was leaning towards just poking on something new. There is that McDonald's game that Barley Bat redeemed a while back. Not the good one. Well, maybe it's good, but it's the one that's like Mick and Mac or something. Don't even know anything about it. Something about World Gladiators, Globetrotters. I don't know. Love to see that. Yeah, I might have a poke at it. The only problem with those sorts of games is like I know that like they're gonna take a few hours, and it's like often I don't necessarily get game over, but I just have to stop because I have to go to bed. Do you know what I mean? So maybe better off on an actual weekend. Mick and Mac, the Global Gladiators. Have you played it? It came out in the UK, didn't it? Thanks for the resub and gift. Oh, I've done that. Oh, and also, Tinsara, thank you again for the resub. I always feel like it's not quite the same when you just say it. I just say it in chat like, oh, thanks. While I was like making a coffee. It is appreciated. And I'm so unorganised today. I've literally come home from work, had my dinner, jumped in the bath, felt sorry for myself because I couldn't breathe, and gone live. So we've met the goal for the controllers, but it's just going to sit there. Alright? Just going to look real smug about it for the day. So, but thank you again, everybody, yesterday and the day before, for your kind hype trains. And I'm going to order those controllers with the magic of Amazon Prime, and hopefully they will be here tomorrow. Oops. By the time I get back from home from work, perhaps. That would be good. See, when you know what to do, this game isn't really that bad at all. In fact, do I even need to go that way? I probably don't. It's just a power-up, isn't it? I don't need them. Oh, and health. If I get in a pickle. Whoa. Oh, maybe I do need it now. I always think an Amazon gift list was sort of a Throne integration. Mechalavis mentioned something about Throne, but I didn't know anything about it. I'm always dead skeptical about things like that. Amazon gift list, I don't know quite how that works. It's more about, with some things, it's more about privacy. I worry. I like my privacy. Have codes for it too. What, Throne? I'd never heard of it until the other day. But I thought, I don't know, does Throne even do Japan? I think it depends where you live, doesn't it? I'm not sure. Because the thing I thought, you know, at least, I know it's not probably the most convenient, but at least with like Twitch and bits, it's through Twitch, so it's all just one thing. Actually pretty good with it, that I'm not sure. Okay, yes. I shall consider it. I mean, right now there's the thing I need. Games for days. Throne Secure, I think Amazon gift lists are too. Oh really? I just thought the Amazon gift list, like it would be... I wondered if I'd need to make a new account, not my own personal one. I'm still kind of new to all this concept. You know, the first time I did this level, it was so very, very daunting, and now look at it. Look at me go now. And I had a look on YouTube a little bit at the, I wouldn't give you a gift list, I can give info away. I thought it might. But yeah, I had a look on YouTube at 2-player for this, and it doesn't seem like they change anything. So I don't think they don't compensate 1-player for having extra enemies or something. So this level looks equally as annoying on 2-player. Or rather, 2-player, yeah, equally annoying, but not harder. So this was probably designed for 2 people, balanced that way. Who knows? Hope you enjoyed that little ride up here. Next time, fly. It's faster. Alas, the terrible beast, known only as Mega Minotaur Hoyt, I like saying that name every time, Hoyt to his buds, has taken control of the cable TV receiver on top of the Empire State Building. I need to blow my nose so badly. Millions of subscribers are really peeved. Try knocking off his hands before you go for the head. Good luck. I'm gonna blow my nose. It's a little bit better. Oh god, hay fever is just miserable. It is so miserable. Throne's not available in Japan. Maybe. Oh god, I forgot all about this. Let's go. Woo! Is this one first? There we go, easy. Ooh, you got me at the end. Just Europe, US and Australia at the moment. Cavern, get ready. Stage 2 already. Stage 2 is not... It's got some real rough moments, but I think Stage 3 is probably my least favourite? I don't know. Actually no, Stage 3 has some good bits. But I think my favourite level is Stage 4. I think that's the best design. I think the game kind of gets into its stride there. In Japan. I really don't like this bit. Oof! That platform gets you. Oops. Oh crap. I need health again. There was a health near the top somewhere, but there was also a platform that disappeared, if I remember. Oh my god, what are these things? They also... I can't work out whether I destroy them or they just come out once and that's it. This is the health, I think. Let's shoot first. Get it. Got it. Good. Apparently this came out in Brazil. I was watching a video of lots of games and it was talking about different release dates. I was looking at every single Mega Drive game that came out, and that when it got to this one I did notice that it had a Brazilian release date. And what I was looking at today, which I didn't realise, which is going to affect my decision making, at some point we have to do Castlevania Bloodlines or Vampire Kill or whatever it's called, you know, the Mega Drive one, New Generation. Is that the end? I've forgotten. No. It was censored in the UK, I didn't realise that. Do you have that one, Techie Rob? Although I suspect that's worth quite a bit these days. Perhaps not as much as the Japanese copy. You know, in Japan that Castlevania game is worth a fortune. Like half a year's rent probably or something for me. It has a huge following. I think they also just had limited runs. I think the Japanese one in particular must have had a limited run. A lot of the Castlevania games are really expensive. And it can't be because of popularity. It must be that they just had less copies made because, you know, Mario's popular and that's not expensive. I just think they didn't used to print as many Castlevanias as they did. Because why are the DS games so expensive? And like, why aren't there enough of them in the wild? Whereas like you can't walk past the shop without, you know, New Super Mario Brothers somewhere. Thing is though, if they re-release those Castlevania DS ones, they'll probably drop in value a bit. But then again, I don't know, because the DS is sort of a unique way to play them, which can't really be replicated even. But yeah, apparently it was censored. Oh, I'll go up there, I guess. Like the zombies were changed from a pinky fleshy colour to some nasty blue. Oh, I've missed the extra life. I don't think I can get it. Sounds like a limited edition. What do you mean? Oh. I mean, not intentionally. Then the other things that I didn't realise was changed was that the guy in the game, the male hero, oh, not the male hero, they're both male, the one with the big stick, the Lance thing, Eric, his face was changed between games, I didn't realise. He was made, not dramatically, but in the American release, he was made to look like more masculine and angry. Edgy. But in the Japanese one, he's more androgynous looking. Which is weird. And then, this is just for the American versus Japanese one. I'm not sure if they changed it for the PAL release, but in the PAL release, they removed like most of the blood and all the dead bodies and things. So, I guess I'll probably play the Japanese version for the sort of, I don't know, true aesthetic experience. But then the other thing that I heard too is that the Japanese version's easier. Now, I don't mind with a lot of games, but I kind of want the challenge of Castlevania. Maybe I'll just play both. See how it differs. That might be fun to do. Because I am actually considering replaying Rocket Knight Adventures just because I like it. And trying out the American version and seeing how truly harder it is or not. There we go. Now we've got this horrible boss. Great going so far. I didn't think you'd get past that nasty Tesla machine, but you're not out of the water yet. The evil mega monster is trying to destroy Hoover Dam. You need to stop him at all costs. The tourists are depending on you. I suggest that you shoot off both of his hands before you go in for the head. And almost forgot, smart bombs won't help you against this malignant beast. The smart bombs don't seem to work on much in this game. Not found them that useful. And this boss is a lot easier if you just kind of get it done fast. There we go. Don't lose your power-ups. It's the best way to deal with this boss. I'm still not really sure how you're supposed to dodge those flames. Because they cover the whole floor. It's a little bit garbage. Best off just sort of having the power-ups and face rolling. He needs to die. Oh my gosh. That was close. I think. Not being able to see the hood is not very useful. Stage 3. Super fast. Jet ski event. Oh, this is where I die usually. Because I've got no health. Because of the end of that boss. Oops. I still don't really... Are we just supposed to blast forwards or something? Maybe. Maybe it's not jump. Oh, there's the food. Great. Maybe it is just go for... Oh, God. Just go forwards over. Because he doesn't seem to jump when he's on a slope. He can jump, like, now. Whatever. You can kind of just face roll to get... Oh, there's a life. You can face roll this level as long as you've got health. There we go. That'll be nice because now I've got full power-ups for this horrible tanks level. I might be able to just walk in a straight line now. Oh, this is so nice. With full power-ups. Makes a huge difference. Has nobody hired the dinosaurs yet? Tough job market. Hopefully today will be the day, Barley. How are you? I lurked in your stream yesterday. Just saying. Before I went to bed. How was your Hollow Knight experience? I've not played it myself though. I keep meaning to. I own it, but I've just never played it. Had a real good time. Is it as good as they say? How's Dinosaurs going? Is it as cruel as... Are we the same person, just speaking different sentences? Is it as cruel as Eternal Champions? No. It's actually quite good. It's really... I honestly went into this expecting garbage. It's not. It's a pretty fun romp. It's a bit silly and it sometimes wanders into jank territory. But on the whole, it's been pretty decent. I got to the final boss last night and then got game over. The last boss is trashy though. But hopefully I'll get it done tonight. The hitbox on this thing is also just... I don't even understand. Really pretty game, very solid mechanics. Oh, you watched some too, Slew? Oh. Worthy of the hype so far. Blue Line Train. I'm essentially almost I'm halfway through the game now, I think, pretty much. So when you know what you're doing, it's really not that hard. I liked how, because the manual did joke, you can have 9 continues, and the manual jokes. I'm just gonna have a coffee actually. The manual jokes about you can choose 0 continues if you live the charmed life and you're a good shot. Honestly, this game is... Oh no, it respawned. This game is doable, I think, probably, without using a continue. Once you're familiar with the game. It has some issues though. It's not truly perfect. There's some kind of trashy bits, but this would have been a fun game growing up. Enjoy the animation and music. Yeah, I like the variation in the levels, and I think the bosses for the most part have been pretty fun to sort of figure out. Oh shit, cheap shots like that are not fun though. I need health really badly. There it is. Most of the bosses kind of go against, you know, the typical... Well, not go against, but a lot of people would say, like, you know, retro bosses tend to be a bit janky. And you're just kind of forcing your way through. But these bosses have been kind of fun to figure out little patterns and ways to avoid taking lots of damage. Case in point, this one, if I can remember how to do it, let me just think. Like the parallax here, bosses seem satisfied but not seeing the last one. The last one's a bit meh. The one that's coming up in a minute is also a bit weird, but... You reached the Soul Master yet? Oh, you're playing it too, aren't you, Slew? What is this boss? I can't even remember what it does. Oh yeah, so it spawns these enemies, which they take cheap shots, and it was nasty. Oh, I'm gonna get hit now. But I found if you well, it's not working now. Now that I'm trying to explain, butt stomping on them was pretty good. Oh no. God, my sinuses today. Well, this evening, rather. I honestly cannot wait for spring to just get the fuck out. I'm so... Not that I'm looking forward to the hot weather, but it'd be nice if I could breathe again. Unfazed the folks in the carriages scene, but yeah, just, you know, Stegosaurus with a gun. Apparently they're aliens, by the way. I don't know if you heard that. I said it yesterday. According to the internet, they are aliens who have hired themselves out. So technically they're not dinosaurs, they're technically aliens for hire. I don't know. Whoops. Shit. Whoa. Nearly instant death and lost all my power-ups. The aliens working as dinosaurs suddenly at the time. Well, it's your theory, isn't it? That they dress up as dinosaurs. I don't remember which way to go. This way. Well, we could probably drop down somewhere. I don't remember where is the safe place to drop down. Here. Oh no. Oh, there's a death pit at the bottom of this. Oh, fucking... Oh! That bit of this level is just nasty. Dinosaurs really was their profession. I've lost all my power-ups now. Makes me very, very sad. Oh, I got the thingy. Oh shit. It's only temporary though. I've settled on this lad, yes. I like his style. And I think he's the middle ground for taking damage. Oh shit, I've buggered that power up. Like I said, I got to the very end yesterday. I literally got game over on the final phase of the final boss. I was so very, 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 very close. So I'm really hoping it's in the bag tonight. Stego had no jump. Stego sucks. Not sure what he brings to the table, really. Oh, I've missed that power up. I need that power up. Oh, got that power up. I really don't like this level. This is one of the duds, like the sewer level. This level's a dud. It just feels like shitty. Right, the best way down. Oh, hang on. I don't have to do that death pit. I can crawl down. That's better. You have to wait and don't get hit by the fire as you jump over, otherwise it makes you fall down. Whoop. Oh my god. Oh, being able to jump. Yeah, I mean, it does, there's quite a lot of platforming in this. As there is gunning. Jumping, gunning, running. The next level has a lot less jumping. It's more action orientated. And kind of works really well. Oh shit. That's an extra life, if I remember. Yes. Woo. Oh shit. Oh, why is that even allowed? Oh my god. I just pressed down and jumped off the platform. to my death. You know, I can't do that here. Can't jump through there. But fucking elevator. Sure, why not? Can't do that here. Can't do that here. But elevator over bottomless pit. Sure, you can descend. I was trying to shoot and jump. Oh, that makes me grumpy. Oh, not as bad as that. Feels like the balanced characters win in these. Yeah, but when you're two-player, somebody's got to be somebody. No, I've wasted that power up again. Stop shooting there. The hitboxes is also where this game is kind of jank. Make more sense to have specialised characters if it were more straight run and gun, but forgive me, Mrs. Platform shooting. Exactly. I can blow my nose again, excuse me. Oh, I'd even been fine most of the day, and I come home, bad sinuses. It's all the changing in the temperatures as well. It's like 20 degrees outside. It is 10 o'clock at night, and it is 20 degrees outside. And, you know, not 3 or 4 weeks ago, it wasn't even 20 degrees in the day. And now it's 20 degrees at night, and it's just like, what season is this? But then, a week ago, it was cold again, and I put my heating on. It's very irritating. Oh no, I think I've lost too much health. I'm gonna die. I don't think I have the health to— oh! I'm falling in the bin anyway. We had snow the other day and now it's like 58. I don't do Fahrenheit, I'm afraid. I have no idea what that is. I'll just take your word that it's warm. Not as warm as that fire. This level always proves a pain in the arse, and I got like really far. Losing all my lives now. It's because I'm impatient with it and I'm annoyed. Ooh. Oh, just go. There's the health. And then go down. This would probably be really irritating on 2-player, having to time and jump platforms together to scroll the screen. It would cause people to fall out. And this bit must be unbearable. This— oh my god, can you imagine doing this with 2 people? Oh, don't. Just trying to jump that together in perfect timing. Right. Whoops. Now don't just jump off the elevator this time. There we go. That was the end of the level. That's how maddening that was. It was literally the end of the level. And now the boss. Whoa! Oh, you bugger. I don't like this boss. Whew! And here we are in Japan. You'd end up picking the slow character and dragging the other person to get game over. There were games like that though. I'm trying to think what it was. There was a couple of games that I played as a kid growing up where you had to do like sort of platforming on the same screen. And like if one of you didn't move with the other would jump to their death because the screen wouldn't scroll to actually reveal the rest of the platform. There was some real angry games like that. I feel like World of Illusion a little bit, but it wasn't. World of Illusion wasn't so bad. Maybe. Track my brother to his room so many times. Oh, and you also can force scroll the scene, and it makes him just fall off the edge. Stop moving so fast, I can't keep up. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers were like that. So we're now in Japan, Barley Bat, because why not? And I believe, according to a Game FAQs at least, the enemies on here, the boss enemies, are the Shadow Yamato or Yamato. I can't remember. Whatever the Eternal Champion's name is. So, there's a link. I was looking at Eternal Champions earlier, a little video. You just forget how beautiful the backgrounds on that game are. I think people kind of only remember the crap AI, but it was a really pretty game. I think it was just one of those games that was just good on 2-player and shit on 1. This is the level that I enjoyed anyway, because I quite like finding how to do all these bosses. I mean, I lost loads of lives here yesterday, but now this game is one of those things where when you know, and you tend not to die quite so much when you know what you're doing, which in my opinion is a good game. Crap AI. Eternal Champions graphics were hurt by poor palette management, but yeah, so much artistry in the background and characters. I mean, it's the same with this. It's a bit Marmite, I think. I think that it's got very detailed, kind of, I want to say nice graphics, but there's also just something very drudgy and gloomy. Like the palette scheme is not very good. But like this boss was fun to figure out. Just have a coffee in the corner. Mecha noticed that this spot was safe from this attack coming up, because I was like, how can I even dodge that? It's covering the whole screen, but it isn't actually covering here. I've forgotten what his next attack is. Oh shit, it was to the left, and then the right. And then the middle. Oh! Maybe don't lie down in the middle though. I think there's someone more knowledgeable about management. Both games could have been pretty stunning, yeah. And you know you're hurting him when the balls go inside, right, Slew? Now, what was this one? I loved Atlantis, Level and Eternal Champions and Jet. Yeah, Jess's Temple's the ones that always comes to mind for me. But the one that I saw in the video today was, I think it was Midnight's backdrop with the helicopter and stuff. Like in Vietnam War, is it, or something? Was awesome. Yeah, there's just so much going on. Especially, I think, for a game that had no origins, because it wasn't an arcade game at all, was it? I think that's also what was pretty impressive about it. It sort of managed to run wild on the actual console it was made for, rather than just being a downgraded arcade port. Which is, I think, is what made a lot of the difference in terms of just graphics and lore building. It is close to being a great game. Music is gorgeous as well. It's helped by trash instruments. Yeah, it's just scummy AI, sort of, really. And it would have been good if it had had perhaps more sequels later on, like better success. It felt like the start of a... It feels sad because it felt like the start of a really good franchise that never seemed to... I mean, it felt like it was a franchise. Growing up, like, I felt like... It felt like Eternal Champions was bigger than one game. Even though I know there was a Mega CD sequel, but nobody really played that, did they? I mean, one of my friends had it. Their older brother had it, but I only got to see it once. Feels like the story of the whole game, though. This is almost great, but just not. Yeah. You collected the stickers. There were Did I have the stickers? Not Merlin. They weren't. I need to Google that a second. Maybe I did too. I think I did, you know. What is this? I've got a notification. What is it? Eternal I bet Merlin did it, didn't they? Merlin stickers? Oh my god, Blast from the Past. I had this. I think I had this sticker album. But I didn't get all the stickers for this one. I think I just had the album, but I didn't get a lot of them. Oh wow. I used to get some of those Merlin sticker album things. We really are the same. I think I was missing about 5 or 6. I was missing a lot. I don't think I had a lot of those ones. I think I might have even got that one second hand. I'm not sure. And they weren't really doing the stickers anymore. Weird like that. I'm trying to remember which ones I actually did have. I never did the Premier League ones. My friends did. The foil ones. Was there a Sonic one? If there was, I had that. There was I'm pretty sure there was a Sonic one. But it's like you used to get the Tazos? Like Pogs, but in Doritos and Walker's Crisps. Batman movie bubblegum cards. Bubblegum cards? God. I need to look all this stuff up. That rings a bell too. I don't think I collected it though. So I wasn't really allowed gum. Did you have those in America, Tin Sarah? Are you on about the Pogs with the Tazos? That you used to get the Looney Tunes ones, and Taz was only in Doritos. This boss is kind of garbage. Oof. Shit, he's probably gonna kill me now. Ooh. I don't really understand how it works. Like, what his hurt box is? Oh god, if he hits you when you're paralysed though, it's instant death. But I don't really understand when I can hit him. I think it's only when his eyes flashing. There we go. Chat, this is his script. Oh, from Batman. We had Pogs. Great job, it looks like you made it down here in one piece. The hideous mega lizard is frozen down here. You'll need to freeze up this Jurassic nightmare once again. Only a true dino sharpshooter can hit the refreeze button on the cryogenic regulator. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Smart bombs won't help you against this malignant beast. I'm losing all my Pogs in a day of playing with kids in school. Devastated. You fool! You didn't play for. You played for keeps. Friendlies only. I was so bad at it. Yeah, I played for keeps though, but you only ever used shit ones. I ended up with some really random, like, non-licensed Pogs because of that. That rule was horrid, yeah. They banned Pogs in my school, many other schools I think too. Everyone, oh, those metal stampers, they would actually take a chunk out of your finger. Some of those, like, nasty metal slammers. Only keeps in our school. Alright. Barley went to a hardcore school. Metal slammers were so unfair. They were dangerous, like some of them. I remember my friend, there was a buzzsaw one that was metal, and it would literally, like, cut your finger if it hit you. Throwing fucking shrapnel onto a playground. Because, I mean, that was the thing. I don't think they were designed. They weren't sharp originally, but you know when you missed and you hit the playground with the metal ones, they soon started to turn into like little mini knives. Now this boss took me a little bit to figure out. Basically just need to hide here and jump at the right moment. You don't get much. Whoops, that was the right moment. 6 times. We called them keenies here. Was that an official term? Keenies? No, I don't think so. I think we just called them slammers. But then it might not just be Scottish, it might also just be regional. Maybe Sloop might know. Oh shit, that was the wrong. There we go. Oh, bugger. And you have to duck, otherwise the top fire will hit you. But you've got to jump immediately as soon as you see him bend over. Woo! 2 more times. Shit, missed the platform. Oh, bogger, missed the shot. Oh, and I'm dead. This boss is a little bit jank. No idea where it came from, but that was every kid in school called them. Maybe it was just your school. I can't remember if his first attack is a dive or not. Yes, it is. To get ready to jump, you have to do an up jump in order to clear both platforms. This is where Stegosaurus actually would probably have a miserable time. But yeah, did you collect the... oh shit. Did you collect the Tazos from Walker's Crisps? I got the whole thing on the album and the Tazo Slammer, which was so cool. But I hate Doritos, especially when I was a kid. I didn't like Doritos at all. But you could only get... there was like 10 of them, I think. They were Tasmanian Devil ones, so you could only get them from Doritos, but fortunately my sister would eat Doritos just so that I could get them. And she'd send them over. And I got the full set. I bet I still have them. Woo! Easy. No damage. Pew, 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 pew. So does this game make it canon that the dinosaur bones are actually alien bones, or did the aliens just happen to look... I have no idea. I assume the comic explains that. This game has, like, no coherence. As I just pointed out, like, we're in Japan, cause... I don't know. Like, there's nothing. Even the manual, like, has no story. It just seems to be a lot of, like, ideas for levels that they just strung together. Like, where are we now? What's going on? We're destroying mega beasts, and, like... Am I getting Tazos out of Monster Munch? Win-win. Oh, yeah. Monster Munch. Oh, I miss Monster Munch. Pickled onion. And used to get the fiery ones as well, but they weren't really fiery. Oh, did you see all that shit on the internet? What was it about? That they're upside down monsters, or like you looked at them wrong your whole life. Flaming hot monster much were my jam. Yeah, but they weren't really flaming hot though, were they? Was it? What was it? Just a load of black pepper or something? Because I actually hate them. Really hot stuff. Space Raiders. Oh, Space Raiders are skanky though. They're so skanky. They're good, but you know when you've had a bad Space Raider at the bottom of the bag. Oh. That was just like... oh, I can taste it now. Oh my god, the bad Space Raider that's like at the bottom of the bag. The pickled onion, salt and vinegar one. And it's just like this, it's squeaky, nasty dust full of flavour. But then just... oh no. I mean, the rest of it was a good time, but every so often you get that bad bag that had that one. Yeah, 90% flavour, and it was just like soul destroying. Oh, it was disgusting. These enemies are absolute trash. This is the worst level. This level is just absolutely atrocious. Do you know my favourite crisps though? Not Space Raiders. Transformer snacks. Transformer snacks. Oh my god, if I could import them. I love Transformer snacks. I would just eat them. And they were so fucking cheap. Is that R2D2? Yeah, I reckon so. I was saying this yesterday. I'm just like, yeah, it's totally R2D2, isn't it? Transformer snack was... they were 20p. 20p. I bet they're about £5 now. But they were 20p, and it was like the biggest bang for your buck. Or what would our equivalent be? Pop for your pound. Oh my god, they were so yummy. Hey Siri, how's it going? talking potato chips. Particularly British snacks at the moment. Never actually transformed a snack. They got transformed straight. I used to do it sometimes for fun and then eat it. More food. But the little comics on the back as well. They were so delicious. What was the flavour of them? They were supposedly, I think they were supposedly spicy, but they weren't spicy at all. Oh, hang on. I had to pause. I've just thought of the best, the ultimate best British snack. Potato chips. Can you guess what it is? Have a guess. Anybody that's British that's watching. Or American that knows snacks. But what do you think is the ultimate potato chip? They were just kind of tangy and tomato-y. I hate these robots. The best British potato snacks, which are really hard to find. Only certain shops sell them. And they're so good. Usually not supermarkets, I think. It was usually like newsagents. I think they were more popular when I was a kid, or like my school sold them. But as an adult, they're a lot harder to find. I have no idea who makes them either. This bit is this sequel. Oh, I'm just gonna die. Yeah, because I'm not gonna do the next boss with only one sliver of health. Would you like to get? Oops. Would you like to guess, or shall I just say? Because I realise it's unfair on maybe Americans and anybody else, but you're on the right track with. I mean, not that you were guessing, but tangy and tomatoey. Tangy tomato. Well, they're a bit like Transformers now. Snaps. Remember Snaps? The spicy flavoured Snaps, but they weren't spicy. They were like tangy tomatoey. Snaps are so fucking good. Oh god, I'd kill for some Snaps right now. If you Google maybe Snaps UK crisps or something, it'll probably come up, and it'll be a red bag with like a lizardy dinosaur thing on the front. Oh no, a crocodile. Crocodile. That's a new snack here now. You're joking. Free to what? It's not the same thing though, is it? What? They do. Hang on, I think it might be the same thing. Fritos. The original corn chips. Who made Snaps? Oh, it's Smiths, isn't it? The same people that did Frazzles. Spicy tomato. So good. In fact, I'm just looking at what else Smiths did. They did those chipsticks, the salt and vinegar chipsticks. Oh my god, every kid's birthday party has those. I love Frazzles. What's this image? Yeah, that's it. My friend used to live near this shop that sold multi-bags of them, and we used to, and I'm talking like, I was like 19, and we used to go and buy multi-bags of them and just be in heaven. No, they're not the same thing. I've looked it up, but it would have been wild if they were. Those chipsticks slap, but then again, you get that one. Yes. See, I also have a big obsession with Frazzles. I like to dip them in yogurt. It's been a thing. And so sometimes like my mom or my friends send me Frazzles for Christmas. Because you can't get them in Japan. When I go home for Christmas, that's usually what I will eat. But I also love Snaps. Maybe I should have that on like a wish list. Snaps, please. kind of didn't really realise they were all made by the same company. It's definitely like a staple British children's birthday party food. Chipsticks. I didn't even know what they were called until now. Because I've so rarely seen the package, because they're usually just like on a buffet. Like a good spread. And you get those onion rings as well. Smith's made salt and shake, which were terrible yet also kind of good. Yeah, my dad had quite a few of the salt and shakes. When he was having to watch his salt. So he would buy them and just not use the salt. Because he still wanted his crisps. I can't remember if he might have bought Walker's ones though. See, do you think of potato chips, like a small bag of like Lay's potato chips, Walker's potato chips, do you think of them as a snack? Because it wasn't until I came to Japan that I really started to think of like potato chips as like junk food. Because people in Japan were like horrified that you would eat them with your lunch, because it's such a British like lunchtime, don't you think? You have a packed lunch, you have some sandwiches and some crisps. That's just what you do. It's so like ordinary. I mean, I didn't think it was like eating a fucking apple, but you know, neither's having fries with your dinner. Definitely think of them as junk food now when you're a kid, but not when I was a kid. Even when just like older, it wasn't until I left the UK and I was in Japan, and I think just people like, I wanted to just have some potato chips with like my lunch, with like make a sandwich and have some crisps, and it's like, you're having crisps for lunch? What are you? Kind of thing. And I'm like, why? What's the problem? Because I remember particularly I was working in a school and I got told, I was in the teacher's room and I got told that I can't eat because I'd got some sandwiches and I just wanted to have a bag of crisps with my lunch. Very British thing to do. And I got told that I can't eat those at school because it's junk food and they don't want the kids to see. And I'm just like, I'm like an adult and in a teacher's room. I should be able to eat what the fuck I want. Not like eating it in the classroom, and it's just a bag of crisps. It's not like I'm having a fucking McDonald's, is it? But hey ho, and that was when I started to see like, oh, I guess it kind of is junk food, but like, who cares? But not to throw shade, but I've been living in Japan for a long time now. There's a lot of food things that go on here. There's a lot of judgment when it comes to food. It's very passive-aggressive judgment, but yeah. I think it's pretty common to have chips with sandwich for lunch in the US. I usually don't because I'm full from the sandwich alone. Yeah, I don't now, because I work with young kids, and I kind of don't want to give them a bad image, so now I'm kind of just like, I eat sandwiches usually at lunch because I can't eat in Japan. Like they'll eat like rice, like a heavy lunchbox kind of thing. It's too much for me. I'll go into a food coma if I eat food like that. It's too heavy. So I just stick to like sandwiches and maybe an apple and a yogurt or something. I make my own sandwiches now to save money. Crisps tend to really upset my stomach now, so I don't eat them for that. Maybe they do me too, but I just can't help myself. Oh really? I want to hear about that. I hate Art the Ladder. How's it going? I want to hear about what? The passive-aggressive food shame. Well, I can tell you an example. The other day, I made curry, and I had rice with my curry and some naan bread. And I told my Japanese friend about my curry I sent her a photo. So we were talking about she's like, what did you have? What are you having for dinner or something? And so I sent her a photo of the curry that I was having with rice and naan bread, and then and she's just like, oh, that looks so delicious. And rice and naan bread, ha 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 ha. And I'm just like, don't judge me. like, what's wrong with that? But they would be like, oh, you don't, but it's either or, you don't have both. Like, why? Who are you? The fucking, like, carbs police? But yeah, you'll get a lot of that. Lots of a passive. Have you got any stories, Barley? Have you got any passive aggressive Japan food shaming stories? They're just, I find people, not everybody, and some people kind of find it fun, but like, if you do anything that's not normal or like generally done, people just lose their fucking mind. Like, I will make a potato chip sandwich, a crisp sandwich. This is a very British thing to do, right? Just some bread, just some butter, put some crisps in it. I prefer to put meat in the middle, maybe, a bit of salad, and then I'll put some crisps in my sandwich. It's a bit immature, but whatever. But, you know, I remember same friend and another friend, me doing that, it's like eyes falling out of their head, like I'm just utterly insane. And it's like, it's really not that wild. I know it's not like gonna be what you'd eat in a restaurant, but like, just like calm down. It's like just food. Like, I'll try all sorts. I said, I dip potato chips in yogurt, like whatever. These things are garbagey. Wish you had the food on hand to just eat it right in front of the... Don't know, tasting real good. Yeah. Right? Not for me, no. I was very skinny, I was living there, but definitely heard from friends. I mean, oh, that's a whole other conversation. Just like eating too much. I'm just talking about like breaking silly rules. There's lots of rules that I hear. I don't think that I would do well in Japan long term. I'm too weird and also blunt. Yeah. Yeah, you can't be blunt here. You'll get in trouble. Staying in the Philippines here, and people find it weird to have spaghetti with fries. Well, that is weird. No, I'm joking. How are you doing, Dr. Funk? You're in the Philippines? You must know then. As much as these social cultural conventions sound shitty, I take the healthcare as someone in the US. Well, back in the UK, had free healthcare. But I think my favourite one was I went for a barbecue by the river. This is what I'm talking about. It's not about like eating healthily. That's a totally different conversation. And you could argue in some ways that it's maybe more of a positive thing to care about what you eat, but just for silly rules like I find Japan is very, I say Japan like it's an entity, but I find that people that I have met in my time in Japan, which is not everybody, but people that I have met are very particular about how they have their food. Like, you can't have this with that, and you have to have this with that, because they go together, because somebody decided once, and that's the end of that. If it's not in a recipe book, then just no, you crazy person. So... But then you'll see some weird thing on the TV, and once the TV says it's okay, then it's acceptable. But until then, your own home concoctions are balmy. So, I went for a barbecue with a friend to the river, and we were gonna just have barbecue food. And if you say like a barbecue to Japanese people, it's like, oh, that means yakisoba, always. And like chicken on skewers, and that's it. That's what a barbecue is. And it's like, well, what about other stuff? Oh, I don't want to die to this thing. This is like the end of the level. Please, I don't even know where its hitbox is. I don't understand. Oh, it's gone. This is it. This is the end of the game now. I should finish my story. So anyway, me and my friend, we bought stuff to prepare for this barbecue, and we thought, why don't we just make like weird kebabs, like, you know, on a stick, not like proper Turkish kebab meat. And so we bought chicken, And then I was saying, like, what about pineapple? Why don't we get some tinned pineapple and put it on the skewer and barbecue it? Because, you know, sometimes barbecue pineapple is really nice, especially with something like chicken or something. We're like, we could get some onion, we could get some pineapple, we could get some chicken, we could get some paprika, whatever. Not paprika, red pepper. And I remember the horror of the people that we were going with. Pineapple? Why are you buying pineapple? What are you going to do with that? We're going to put it on the stick, the chicken. Pineapple with chicken? Yes. And it's just like, oh, is that a thing? No, we just want to eat it. Oh, and they just seem so like, oh my god. Oh my god. And I remember the guy that we were with, this older man who had taken us, he was down for it. He was like, oh, I'll give it a try. But this girl, she was about the same age as well, but she was like, she was not having it. She was not having this pineapple and this chicken. And we were like, go on, just try it. And she bit into it a little bit, and her face, she just looked like I'd spat in her eye. She was just like, no, I don't think that we can have this. No. And it was just like, what? It's just like, you eat pineapple, right? Yes. You eat chicken, yes. Why don't you just have it together? Like, why is it so sacrilege? I think it's yummy. But hang on, let me just catch up with chat before I do this boss. As much as these social culture conventions sound shitty, I saw that one, didn't I? Got here just in time for the end. Hey, mister. Yeah, hopefully. I've got 9 continues this time, so hopefully I'm going to get out. I think maybe being vegetarian in Japan placed me outside of a lot of the usual food expectations. Oh yeah, that would do. It's probably a free pass to just not eat everything normal. This game is run and gun. To me, the way Silver Surfer on the NES is a shmup. Just as brief game-related aside. It's a weird game, this one. I'm not sure what I would call it. Action platformer? People here strangely don't eat much beef, and dairy isn't normally used here like milk. Well, that's the thing, you see, like, pineapple and chicken is crazy, but, like, go ahead and eat your raw beef liver, even though it's been, like, taken off the menu because people have said it's actually killing people, but people are still lining up because they gotta eat it. That's weird, right? Pineapple and chicken, not weird. Eating a liver from a cow that's gonna kill you because it's not been cooked, weird. Anyway, that's my two cents. Well done. Game's over. Thanks for playing. Not. This final boss is a mystery. No one has ever made it this far before. I have yesterday. Rumour has it that you need to shoot the clone creatures on the vat rim. Then things will really start to spin. That's not even true, though. We just need to shoot the things at the bottom. What happens next is anyone's guess. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Using smart bombs on this level would be weird, so don't use them. We can't use them. He's just full of lies. Love a good not. 90s is fucking it. Yes, it said at the start, it said psych in the opening intro, so that's my favourite. I've never played Silver Surfer on the NES. Isn't it supposed to be garbage? Or really, really difficult? Which one is it? I can't even remember. Oh, I might as well just die. I'm not going to actually survive. This boss also has a lot of weird echo sound effects. Oh, I'm going to lose all my power-ups now. But I only had 1 hit of health, so I guess there's not really much point. Oh god, I realised chat had paused. In fact, his whole body is a hurt box. It gives it this unwieldy feeling. Oh, Silver Surfer. Doing real well on this then. Yeah, I've just lost my first continue now. Pineapple is gross. I can understand that horror. Well, that's because you don't like pineapple. If you liked pineapple, it would be nice. Pineapple on pizza in Korea is amazing. And I'll have none of that pineapple slander. Pineapple pizza is just great. I always have that. Pineapple's magnificent. It's nice warm as well. I think it's weird and savoury stuff too. What is with all this pineapple hate? Here people eat every part of a chicken, every part of a pig, lots of weird stuff here. But do they cook it though? That's the difference. Like, they still eat liver here, like from cow here, but it was particularly eating it raw, and it was killing people. So they finally made it a health risk and made it illegal to sell it. And some places continued to do so anyway, on the sly, and people were like queuing up to try and buy more of it, just because it got banned. I can't even remember what's the problem with it now. What is it that's in it that's dangerous? I've forgotten now. I mean, obviously some sort of probably bacteria, but... So yesterday I think I found the best way to do this was to just despawn the enemies by running past them. Tim Folin's being so extra. Tim Folin's not never extra, it's his default setting. Seems to recall Proto played Silver Surfer on the NES. Yes, they cook it. Well, there you go then. I tried Chicken Heart the other day. End of sentence. How was that? I would not like that, I don't think. Barbie licensed game, and man, it's just like, how do I surpass Joe Satriani via chiptunes? Who's Tim Folin again? I've forgotten. Is Tim Folin the one that does all the NES stuff? That did, somebody else was talking about that. Kinyakun was talking about Tim Folin. Did he do New Zealand Story on the NES? That's what I'm thinking of. See, this boss is fucking crap. When you're just trying to hit his hitbox, but you've got to walk forwards to shoot down at it, it's real bullshit. I'm probably going to die. Oh. Yeah. And the background is very spinny. Oh, please. Uh-oh. Tastes like chicken. Isn't that what they say everything does? So I found, because there's all these nasty clones on this boss, and I found the easiest way was to just walk off the screen until the point where it just despawns. As long as it doesn't oops, like that. As long as it doesn't, oh no. Oh, these stupid pteranodons. Crap ass hitboxes. Oops. Oh, where did it go? Kind of bummed about Kiki Kai Kai. Because the controls just make me go, I need an arcade stick. Oh, is that out yet? Has anybody played it yet? He does crazy good music even when the game is crazy bad. It's just to make you want to be Silver Surfer. Not too all over, just too oily wrecks me now. Bought the JP version because it has an English translation. Did it come out then, that new one? What is it on? Is it on the PlayStation 4? Maybe I should try that. Trying to deal with. Oily stuff I think probably makes me bad. A lot of food makes me bad, but I haven't really figured out what it all is. That's when you probably have to shoot, actually. So attack, wait for them to go down, then walk and gun. Oh crap, shouldn't have done that. Ooh. Just lost loads of damage then. Ooh. I really don't like this part of the boss. Fucking crap. Needs to destroy faster. Ooh. This is where I died yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Shit. So janky to have to walk into something that's dangerous. Hiya Moon, I made it for the end, hopefully. I've got a lot of continues. Hopefully it's gonna go eventually. I have horrible problems with food as well, to be honest, and it's really, really frustrating. So it makes me not want to go out and do things because I'm always worried about what are we gonna eat. I mean, a lot of the time, in honesty, like when I'm going live and I'm going late, it's because I'm in a food coma essentially. I always eat before I stream and give myself time to get over it. Like tonight was a bit of a rush, but I know that I'm going to probably go to bed in about an hour anyway, so I just kind of rushed a little bit and ate light. Had some sushi and the... what would you call it? You know the hiyashi chuka, like just cold noodles in a vinegar sauce, Chinese thing? Because that's the best thing about summer coming. I should probably get a diagnosis for something, to be honest. I've probably got IBS. I just have not been to a doctor to have it truly confirmed. And I've tried like giving up milk, swapping to like rice milk, but also I feel like, you know, trying to eat well and eat certain good foods and avoid things is all well and good if you can afford to. Like, and have the time to. When you're just in a rush and trying to get to work, like you don't, and on a budget. And Japan doesn't actually offer quite as much variety for that sort of stuff. Like, they have started selling gluten-free stuff, but it's really expensive and really niche. Oh, this boss is taking too much damage again. Because I would like give gluten-free a try if I could find enough stuff. Uh-oh. Double, oh, these little blue things that fly out. So irritating. That phase of that boss is just a fucking pain. Same a lot of the time, so many healthy foods are restrictively priced. Exactly. That's the problem. I'm still not sure how to successfully dodge all that shit, really. I just butt slam and use the iframes. Oh no, he didn't despawn. Too bad I have to work tomorrow. This is rather fun. Ah! Oh my god, I fluffed that, haven't I? With power-ups and health, this would probably be pretty simple. And maybe 2 people to actually help you. But just poor people to neglect their help, it's gruff. Exactly. Well, I mean, and it's also just unfortunate because bad stuff is cheaper to make. Mass produced is what makes it cheap. those companies sort of have dominated, haven't they? Oh. Oof. Oh my god, well that didn't work, did it? This phase is a pain in the arse. Doesn't matter because we're dead. 8 continues. It's because we've got all these continues for this final boss. Turn up my air conditioning now, so I'm cold. Get fruits and vegetables and staple items at a place called Aldi. You have Aldi? Aldi is a European or a British supermarket, isn't it? You have Aldi's in America? Or is Aldi American? I didn't know. I always assumed it was like Lidl, like a European supermarket. I used to go to Aldi. When I was a student. It's so cheap. Aldi's German. I didn't know you had them in the States. In my first year of university, it was just one of the closest and it was affordable. I used to shop at Aldi. I loved their ham and pineapple pizzas. And then, oh, not this fucking thing. I've ruined this boss. Fucking pterodactyls. Lost too much health. Then I used to go to Lidl and buy their fruit and veg and yogurts and stuff. Rural areas, so food is a bit more limited. Front costs like travel. Oh yeah, and then carrying it back as well. Food desserts are brutal in some areas. Luckily not as big as it. Yeah, the UK we kind of just connected everywhere, isn't it? Same in Japan, really. I mean, if you do live, I guess if you live in the country, it's a different story, but. Oh my god, the thing is that it's not even on a set pattern, you know, like, the timing is not fixed. Sometimes you can get away with hopping over like that. Oh. But this time he scrolled too far to the left. There's no sort of like rhyme or reason to this. I've gone too slow. I'm gonna have to go again. This boss is such shite. Didn't realise it was outside of Europe. Oh yeah, Lidl, I think I saw that in Switzerland, and it basically the same stuff. Because Aldi was not all US only thing. Aldi Lidl brand stuff is generally pretty good. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I bought from Lidl wasn't actually Lidl stuff. They had a lot of European imported stuff that was very, very affordable. I wonder how that is now with Brexit, but because I used to get a lot of. I don't even know what country it was from because I didn't really pay attention. I just bought it. But like they had multiple languages on. I used to get a lot of the yogurts and things from Lidl. They were so yummy. Fromage fraise. Oh. Fucking hate this pterodactyl. I like seeing the knockoff stuff in Lidl, Aldi, right down to the packaging. It's so shameless. Cracks me up. Yeah. I just thought it might well be. We call it Lidl though in the UK. Lidl. Oh yeah. I mean, I assume it's probably not pronounced like that in his native tongue, but we call it little. Oh my god, why the fuck is that Triceratops spawned? I think you can see why I got game over here yesterday. It's just ridiculously awful. I'm gonna have to just focus in a minute and stop talking because I'm just... Why? Have I missed a valve? Oh, this is a do-over anyway. Let's just die. Oh, for God's sake. Whenever you destroy one of these red things, the waves come. And I don't see any way to avoid them other than doing a butt slam to use iframes, which I think is trash. Oh god, that Stegosaurus spawned. Oh, that pterodactyl spawned. They suck. Stop spawning shit. He always seems to do a little bounce, like right as soon as he pops one of those red things, which means I can't jump properly to avoid these. It's kind of really irritating. I don't feel like maybe it isn't intended, but it's all I can see to avoid taking damage. And then, like I said, the fact that you can't shoot diagonally without walking forwards makes this really, really, really irritating. Because I've got to shoot the two little bumps on this thing at the bottom and not walk into this fucking green arm. It's trash. Or wait for the arms to go down, but it's very... Oh my god, like that. It's very hard to get your shots in and get into a comfortable place. This just feels very clunky. Whoa. You can sort of jump and do it as well, but it takes forever. Oh crap, I should have jumped over. Whoop. Oh, shit. This phase would be fine if the little blue crap didn't come out after. Because it always comes out as I'm trying to walk towards it to shoot it. Ugh. What is stopping me? Something hits me and I don't even see it half the time. Every time I pop one of these, something seems to hurt me. Before the waves even appear. Just janky trash. Oh my god, you had to get a spawn in. I hate those things. I'm gonna lose loads of health now. Oh. Because I mean, also I feel like I'm doing a cheese strat right now, sort of, by walking so that the enemies don't get a chance to spawn in. And because like if you're just standing there and shooting them, they're awful. These things that spawn, you really want to avoid any of them even doing anything. Crap. You just got to walk off the screen so that they don't actually do anything. What even hit me then? You see what I mean? What hit me afterwards? Makes no sense. I don't see what's on the screen doing it. Oh, look at that. Oh, the little fucking shit that comes out after is so irritating. I also don't understand if I'm actually hitting it when it's blasting the laser, because I can't see, because there's no feedback in this game other than a little flicker. I'm definitely hitting it before, but am I hitting it afterwards? Oh. It's getting faster, so maybe I am. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh! Oh my god. Just the stupidest shit, having to shoot diagonally down all the time, but not being able to lock diagonal in place. Makes this very, 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 very confusing. Uh-oh. See, what hit me? I don't know. Oh, great. I'm losing too much health to these shitty pterodactyls that are an absolute nightmare to hit. Oh, bollocks. Oh, you bastard. I've just lost all my health. You know, this boss would be 1,000 times easier if you could just shoot down. Uh-oh. Fuck. Oh, thank God for that. The end? I think so. Oh, another game is done. What a cursed boss. Woo! GG, thank you. Who's that little guy? Oh! Tom Mason's Dinosaurs for Hire, developed by Sega Interactive Development Division. Yeah, that last boss is just kind of a bit bullshit in my opinion. Dave the Sprite Master, Russ, Art the Background God, Wong, Albert Charmaster, Todd Bloodworm, Dig Dug. But who are these people? Design on the fly? Music by Paul Moto Gadboys and Dave Chickabow Delia. Lead tester was Terry Tex T-Bone Banks. Testers Ray Multitasker Alvarez, Bill Dr. Mastermind, Kurt Tindlefly. Look at these names. Created by Tom Mason. We know. It's everywhere. Another game is done. It was a bit of a shit ending, wasn't it? Here's your credits, goodbye. Thought maybe the Pteranodon could have given us some sass talk. Is that really the end? Well, we didn't play for the plot, did we? We played for the dinosaurs and the guns. What else do you want, I guess? Let's upload that. Not upload that, update. Number count. Game 103. Finished.